Hello everybody, I'm John Evans, and you're watching another episode of Mid-Mod Money, the show that teaches you how to buy and sell vintage items for a profit. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Monday, most of all. You're going to see some amazing things on this show today, like this weird metal horse sculpture. I paid $3 for this. It's worth a little more than that. Spoiler alert. We've got a great thrift store haul to get to. Let's just start it off with this beautiful poodle. This is a 1960s poodle. It's from Atlantic Mold. It says that right there, Atlantic Mold. I paid $5 for this at my local Goodwill. My research guy wrote the value on there between $30 and $40. Can you believe that? I had a black one, sold it for about $25, $26. Wasn't as nice as this. So keep an eye out for those poodles out there. Very collectible, very desirable. Next thing I found, these are stunning, from the 1940s. Keep an eye out for these beauties. Made by a company called Hazel Atlas in the 1940s. That makes these things 80 years old almost, if you can believe that. That's true though. These go for, I paid $10 for 5 of those. $10, and they're worth about $10 each. Sets are about $20, like pairs, $20. So 20, 40 plus 1, $50 off 10. Keep an eye out for these Hazel Atlas. Kind of a rockabilly feel to those. All right, now, in my booths, I sell a lot of functional stuff, vintage stuff. Functional vintage. It works. People buy it. And this is no exception. This late 70s, early 80s Littonware. And I know it's Littonware because all over it, it says Littonware. And these are pretty nice. I mean, I bought these. The only reason I bought these is because they were $1 a piece. Because the yellow tag on Sunday at my Goodwill goes to 99 cents. So I was like, 99.99. I paid $3 for these, and they sell about $10 a piece. People still want this Littonware for whatever reason. Early microwave safe material. All right, next thing I found. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because I like this a lot. I would almost keep this vase, this beautiful vase made by Vetreria Barbieri. There it is. I nailed it. Vetreria Barbieri. It is a glass house in Italy, close to Empoli, Italy. This Italian art glass vase is called an opaline pulled feather. As they look like feathers. And this Barbieri glass was normally marked with like a little foil sticker. But because over time, some people just don't want the sticker, so they peel it off. So it's hard to know who made this. But you can research it. You can find ones that are almost exactly like, and you can kind of pinpoint that this is a Vetreria Barbieri vase. Worth about $75 to $100. I paid $8 for it at my local Goodwill. $8? $8. So, not bad profit on the art glass vase. All right, just a couple things left. This is where, like, I love yarn art. I've had a lot of yarn art. This isn't, I'm just going to say it. This is not vintage yarn art. But I will say this. It's well done. It fits my aesthetic. And my research guy told me that the lady who makes these is in Pennsylvania. And she sells them new for about $65. $65. So I went back after I showed her the pictures. I paid $6 for this. I'm going to sell it for $35 in my booth. Again, not vintage, but I certainly do yarn art. I certainly do homemade, crafty things, mostly vintage, but this fits the aesthetic, what I'm trying to do. So I'm starting to make exceptions sometimes if I see something that works in my booth. Now, sometimes you got to work to find a deal. This is one thing. A long time ago, bought this Peacock. It is an, what do they call this? Fiber optic Peacock. Okay, it was $5, and then I dropped it and broke the base. But then I found a good base with a broken top with these flowers in it. So I disassembled this from the base. I put the good base onto the fiber optic Peacock, and what we are left with, people, see if I can get this right, is some sparkly peacock action. This thing changes colors, changes the way it sparkles. This, I now have $8 in this fiber optic Peacock, but I think it's worth probably $30. And I'm gonna probably put $29-30 on it and call it a day. But I had to wait till I found a new case. Now, this is something that is so near and dear to my heart. It is not even funny, because this is everything I love about collecting and buying and selling right here. This giant ceramic platter that was hand done by none other than, can you see it? Pam, 77. Pam made this in 77. And when I say it's in perfect condition, I'm telling you, it is in perfect condition. It was $3 from Christian Crossing, $3. And if I were to sell it, I'd probably put $35 to $40 on it, because it's two things. It's very rustic. You can tell it, like the circle's not perfect. It's very hand done. As my son said, it looks like an egg, and it does. But what's great about it is it also, besides being rustic, is kind of pop art. That circle on top of each other, that's very pop art. And I want to put this on my wall because I'm big on yellow, orange. So my research guy agreed that, as we say around here, great job, Pam. You crushed this. We're going to put this in our house. So your memory will continue in our home. We were just talking about this, why we love quilts so much, because Christy said, well, you know, someone that took the time to stitch all this stuff together couldn't be a monster. You know, they got to be a good person. So in a way, we're honoring their memories. We're down to our final object. Are we ready for this? We are. Okay, it's right behind me. You might have noticed that there is a bit of a thing going on back here. Let's take a look at it. It is a piece of art, an actual hand-done piece of art. Let's look at it. 2 weeks ago, I found an amazing Turner wall accessories, and it's happened again, folks. It has happened again with the, what is that? It's like a Venice scene, right? And it is, people will buy this for the pop of color. I found this at Habitat for Humanity for $15. It would be worth a little more, but it does have a scratch up there, a tiny little stain there. But overall, for something this old, which this is mid to late 60s, possibly early 70s, this is probably a 6 or 7 out of 10. It's worth about $100. I paid $15, so I'm going to see $85 off another. I would turn it over, but it's so massive. It's 4 feet by 3.5, so it's pretty big. But it is a Turner wall accessories. Again, I hit on a Turner wall accessories at a thrift store. All right, let's look at everything. I spent $58 total, $58 when it's all said and done, mostly through my booths in Cumberland, Maryland, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm looking at $397 off of $58. And you can do it too. I'll walk you through the process. Keep watching this show. Valuable information to be had. Watch Antiques Roadshow, Google Lens. Thanks for being part of this program. And most importantly, hit the like button, subscribe, and always round up.